Cool. Well, Ian, thank you so much for joining us today. So you're making your directorial debut on tonight's episode. Did you always want to do directing?
I did, absolutely. I mean, since I was 7 years old, and I remember my mom taking me around for auditions in local theater and school plays and stuff, and I just remember looking at that director and thinking, I want to do that. It wasn't about bossing people around, but what it was that he would say, or he or she would say something to someone to do, and you would see it come to life. It was a really great natural transition. I've been on the show now for 6 years. This is our baby. This is my life. And I'm thankful because this group of people, this team, the artisans and the producers and everyone behind the camera that made this happen is really, they're the unsung heroes of this show and any show actually. But this is because of them. It looks so cool because we all got to come together and make some great decisions.
How is it being in front of the camera part of the time and working behind the camera, the other part?
Luckily, by the way, I didn't have to do it too much. I often think about, I love actor-directors like Clint Eastwood, or Mel Gibson was one heck of a actor. So I can only aspire and wish to one day be on that level. And I'm just grateful for the studio and the network that actually gave me the opportunity to ruin a perfectly good episode of our show.
I'm sure you didn't ruin it. Did they give you any guidelines though, or were they just kind of like, have at it, we totally trust you?
Oh no, there are a lot of guidelines.
Yeah.
There are a lot of guidelines. And to be honest with you, not only just the writers, but there are two on-set, on-the-ground producers that make this show. Our line producer, who's also our producer, Pascal, and our unit production manager, this woman, Trish. These two people guided me through this process, and all the heads, the heads of these departments literally guided me through this process. I mean, I've been through it a million times, but I just couldn't have done it without them. And there are a lot of guidelines, but ultimately what you do is you just prep. I mean, Fellini even said it, prep, 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 prep. So once you prep as much as you can, then you get there on the day, and it can live, and then it becomes ultimately art, so you hope. And that's what happened. We prepped so much and made sure that we knew what we were doing so that, look, your greatest challenge is time. It's like life. Am I going to get the best shots and the best performance in the time allotted? And I think we did, and I'm proud of it.
Well, tell us a little bit about tonight's episode and your favorite parts that we can look forward to.
The Downward Spiral, which is my favorite Nine Inch Nails album. By the way, all the episodes in this season are named after songs from 1994.
Wow.
Just a little tidbit.
That's awesome.
Caroline went through so much losing her mom that she literally has shut off. She doesn't want to feel anything. You see Bonnie, who's feeling so much and being so empowered by, listen, she's been run over since the beginning of this show, and she's so tired of it. She wants to take her power back, and she is. You see these two pillars, these two women shifting their energies and becoming something that we've never seen before. You have Stefan going to a place you never thought you would see him. You have Damon, poor guy, who, the two most important women in his life, Catherine and his mother, didn't love him. Not the way that he thought they did. And it devastates him. And Kai shepherds him through getting him this information. And there you have it. You have all these characters going through so many different things, and it all sort of comes together in what we shot on film. And it's a fun ride. So hopefully everyone checks it out. And even if it sucks, at least we'll let the studio and the network know that so many people saw it, and it'll give them the illusion that they liked it.
Awesome.
They'll give me another one.
Thank you so much, Ian, for joining us, and I hope they do give you another one because we'd love to see it. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.